In this video, we're gonna explore an interstellar story where Cooper never leaves Earth. Now, that would mean that there is no movie. But don't worry, I got you covered. This is gonna be an interesting one. Alright, let's get into it. We open up with a familiar montage of Murph growing up. Only this time she's looking at the night sky and she sees the Ranger 18, which is the spaceship that was supposed to go to Edmund's star system. But as we know, that didn't happen because Cooper never left Earth. So this is a bit of an alternate universe. She goes to bed and has a dream about her father, and he tells her that if she looks in the corner of her bedroom when she wakes up, she will find something very special. When she wakes up and looks in the corner, she finds a watch. And this is the same watch that Cooper gave her before he was supposed to leave for the mission. He told her that when she turned 23, she could use it to call him. And now she's 23. So she puts on the watch and calls out for her dad. She asks him why he never came back for her. And he replies that sometimes you have to let your children go. You have to let them grow up without you. And then he hangs up. And she gets angry because he never told her this. She wanted to hear his voice. She wanted to see his face. She wanted to know what happened to him. The next morning, she's in her room and she takes off the watch. And when she does, she realizes that there is a message behind it. And the message is basically telling her that everything is going according to plan. And she gets a little bit reassured by this. Later on, we see that Murph has become an accomplished scientist. We also meet a new character called Casey, who is an older NASA employee, and Murph is working with him on a project. Casey seems to be a stand-in for Professor Brand in this reality, and he is mentoring Murph and trying to teach her all of the things that her father would have taught her had he not gone on that mission. But it's not really working out. Murph is frustrated because she doesn't understand some of the concepts that her father explained to her. Concepts that he explained to her. So she goes to the bookshelf and grabs the book that he wrote for her. She reads it, and it becomes clear that her dad did unfully explain these concepts to her, because they were too advanced for her to understand at the time. But now she understands them. Meanwhile, Casey is trying to complete the mission that Cooper never completed. He knows that there is a wormhole somewhere near Saturn, and he wants to send a probe through it to see where it leads to. Now the problem is that they don't have enough fuel for the mission. They're missing something called knife. A knife is a substance that can be used to generate a huge amount of energy. And Casey says that they probably won't find knife until 2048. But Murphy says that they may not even need it if we can get Ranger 18 working. Now Casey says that it'll never work. The ship is damaged beyond repair. It's rusted. It's been sitting in space for 30 years, and it needs a lot of maintenance to work. But Murphy disagrees. She thinks that she can fix the ship, and that her father must have fixed it before he left. So she sneaks into the hangar and she finds the ship. It looks like her father never touched it. There is dust everywhere. But Murphy isn't giving up. She decides that she's going to fix the ship herself. And while she's fixing the ship, we're seeing flashbacks to Cooper building the robot that Murph will later name Tappy. Cooper put a lot of thought into this robot, and he made sure that it would keep his daughter company. He made sure that it could talk and move around. He made sure that it would always be there for her. Anyway, Murphy manages to get the ship working. And now she has to make a decision. Should she go to space and find her dad? Or should she stay on Earth and finish her research? Casey shows up and he offers to go with her if she wants. But she tells him that she's sorry, but she can't let go of the past. She needs to find her dad. So she sets off alone. It's only been a few months since Murphy left for space, but when she enters the ship, she finds out that it's much further into the future. We talked about this in our last video, how that could happen. Anyway, she arrives at Edmund's star and she sees that there is a planet that resembles Earth. So she lands the ship and goes to check it out. As she's walking around the planet, she finds some strange markings on the rocks. And when she follows them, she finds a cave. Inside the cave, there are more markings and they lead her deeper and deeper inside. Eventually, she finds a chamber and it looks just like the room from the movie. She walks over to the table and realizes that there are coordinates on it. And when she inputs them into her computer, she finds out that they lead to a nearby planet. A planet that happens to have a very familiar-looking lake. She arrives at the planet and she goes swimming in the lake. She can feel her father's presence all around her. She feels like he's guiding her, like he's telling her to come closer. And when she closes her eyes, she can almost hear his voice. Just then, she hears a noise in the bushes and opens her eyes. To her surprise, she sees Tabby. And in case you forgot, Tabby is the robot that Cooper built for Murph before he left. Murphy runs over to Tabby and they embrace. It's a very emotional moment. She can't believe that he's real. She thought he was just a figment of her imagination. But he's here, and he's real. Later on, we see that Murphy and Tabby have been living on this planet for quite some time now. They seem to be happy. They've built a small cabin, and they've grown crops. It's a nice life. One day, Murphy is outside, and she sees a familiar ship in the sky. It says the Ranger 18. She gets excited because she thinks that her father has finally come back for her. But when she approaches the ship, she finds out that it's not him. It's actually Amelia Brand. She survived the mission, and she's returned to look for Cooper. Murphy tells her that her father never came back. He sacrificed himself to save the crew. Amelia is sad to hear this, but she still has hope. She believes that he's out there somewhere, and that one day they'll find him. Just then, Murphy has an idea. She tells Amelia that she found a way to contact her father. And when Amelia asks how, Murphy replies that she doesn't know yet. But she's working on it. She believes that if she can just figure out a way to send a message back in time, she can warn her father about the danger that lies ahead. She can warn him not to go on the mission. She can warn him to stay with her. Amelia thinks this is a crazy idea, but she's willing to help if it'll make her friend happy. Thanks for watching. See you next time.